voice. I actually relax once I press record. It's counterintuitive. All right, we're returning. We had a climactic last session. Last session. It wasn't the last session of this block. It was... Anyway, language is weird. I'll update the story, but yeah, you all were talking about how to use your animal parts, right? So I do want to ask everybody, since people are now level 4, important updates on characters. Skritch, our champion, is no longer... It is now a redeemer.
Correct.
Yes. Okay, what else is... some of you guys started talking before I even joined, so is there other stuff I missed?
Not really. I don't think. We were discussing the weapon upgrades for monster parts.
Okay.
All right, if we're not gonna, fine. I will upgrade the hokey pokey to a striking weapon.
Was that the sound of someone being very nice and finally accepting something?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Fine, twist my arm. I'll take the +1 weapon damage die, whatever.
All right, so hokey pokey is now a +1 striking warhammer. Wait, it's called... oh, no. Yeah.
That's the rapier.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's your...
Oh, yeah, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, I was like, why is a hammer called pokey? Okay, you're right.
I mean, it can throw, so...
Head Taker is also a +1 striking katana.
Wait, what? Brom?
Brom used the Yeti parts to upgrade Head Taker to be striking.
Aha. Okay. All right, is that it? Yeah?
I think so.
Okay.
I think that's it.
All right. So the party was able to get through the pass between the snowy mountains, and there to confront them, as they were headed east to Lost Mammoth Valley, partly to find a new, better climb for their following, the Broken Tusks, and also to fulfill the promise they had made to Grandfather Awa to retrieve the frozen flame. The party learned of it being taken from a friendly spirit from the cave, who told you all that the person had there was something about him. He was like mixed with some other entity. Something was off, and that he stole the frozen flame and went out east into Lost Mammoth Valley. Well, blocking the way was Picano, your old friend and buddy and fellow scout, who had betrayed the following, and was now working for the enemy, the Burning Mammoths. And you also got a glimpse of their leader, who seemed to be a very powerful mage, who triggered a avalanche. Fortunately, the following and you were not far apart. The following was able to get through before the avalanche came down. And you also have blocked the Burning Mammoths behind you for the moment. And we're now, after this harrowing experience, everyone's starting to collect themselves and take in what's just happened. And
so I just want to be reminded, when the leader person, when she did fireball, she cast it at her feet, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And it seemed, as far as we could tell, to not affect her. So I think if we encounter her in the future, fire might be a thing we don't want to use against her.
Right.
Sounds legit. Brom would like to have a well, if we were going to speak to the Mammoth Lords anyway about this, but Brom definitely wants to have a word with them.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Well, Nocta, the healer, is offering her services, of course. Well, they don't really even speak of services. Everyone helps each other. And Argakoa, the song singer, just wanted to comment that she sees there is a she hears the tale and decides to confer a new name, well, a tribal name to Ernest Nansen. Traitor Slayer. I spoke to the players about this previously. That is how you shall be known and remembered in the stories, she says.
Ernest kind of nods, says, I am honored. Thank you very much.
All right. What did Brom want to say or ask?
Yeah, Brom just says to the Mammoth Lords together, "You know me. I've been with the following for the last 25 years, and you've known that I've not seen eye to eye with most of you when it comes to what I had thought of your leadership decisions up to this point. That I had only really respected Grandfather Awa, but the way that you saw directly through Picano, when I did not, shows what a good judge of character I was, and it truly shows the wisdom that you have had in knowing who would be the right fit to be a true Mammoth Lord. He thought he was. I thought that he would be a good member of the following, but what he did, he proved you right about him. And I was wrong about him, and I was wrong about you. I offer my sincere apologies for any grumbling that I may have done about your leadership. You haven't steered us wrong as we've been running for our lives these past few weeks. So I just want to say that you won't hear any more grumbling from me about how you've been leading us. So I apologize deeply, and I thank you. We're lucky to have you in these positions of leadership."
The Mammoth Lords kind of turn to Argakoa, who seems to have emerged as their de facto leader, almost a successor to Grandfather Awa, and standing among the different parts of the following. And she says, no need to say so. We encourage people to speak openly when they disagree. We defer to the wisdom of the elders, and in the end they make the final decisions, but we encourage those who have the strengths of youth and other perspectives to speak up. But yes, in the end, our decision was not to cast out Picano, but to let him find his own path. And we believe that's what happened. And she gives you a nod and a smile, and a smile of understanding. Seeing you as she encourages you again and she thanks you for everything you've done. The following would not have been able to go through the pass without you taking point. And we all have our part to play, she says.
"Indeed we do, and I intend to play mine to the best of my ability. For the Broken Tusk following!"
Yes! And they all give a fist in the air, and they say, "So, you tell us of this cave that is up ahead." Argakoa says that that there was a legendary cave that led to another valley. The tales did not call it Lost Mammoth Valley. She suspects it to be that. But it looks to you as that you are now approaching that. It looks like this pass is kind of a dead end, and that you would either have to go over the mountains or through Moria. I'm kidding. I'm reading Lord of the Rings right now. I'm in volume 3 right now. Oh my god. Tolkien, he can be very boring sometimes, and he can be really exciting sometimes. That's all I have to say. That's my review.
My concern is, though, if I remember correctly, there are still some frost giants in the area that we need to try to avoid.
Yes.
Yeah, we did see some.
Yes.
Or heard them.
Well, it looks like they have prioritized removing the blockage in the pass. So they seem to be tied up by that task at the moment. Letsua suggests that... I'm trying to see if... let me look at whether giants... Does anyone know if giants have dark vision? Let's see. Does someone want to do a knowledge check?
Shadow giants probably do.
Okay.
I can do a knowledge check on that.
Or
That'd be society.
encyclopedic knowledge.
That'd be society, I'd assume.
What's your bonus?
Plus 12 on society.
Okay. Well. On this, you... You don't have dubious knowledge.
I do not.
Okay.
Well, fire giants are or not fire giants. Frost giants are creatures, so wouldn't Finnur potentially be able to hear?
Yes. Finnur actually is recalls some strange interaction between doodads and giants, and recalls that they normally do not see in the darkness. And so Letsua, with that information, suggests that you wait until nightfall to proceed to the cave. And so that they are unsure how you proceeded through the mountains.
I mean, if it's not painfully obvious that we use the cave system, then that might be a good idea. Especially if it leads them on a wild goose chase into the mountains.
I'm all for them chasing the gooses.
Yeah, and one big factor, they'll tell you this right now, is that the mammoths are not really equipped for the mountains. That's actually probably the most overriding thing.
But we think that the caves will accommodate the mammoths?
Well, the stories say that there was a large cave complex. Yeah.
At the very least, we'll know as soon as we get there. Really.
Yeah, that's true.
So going under cover of night is not necessary, given that they probably will deduce how you go through the mountains.
Well,
Then let's pack up and get out of this rough spot.
Okay.
Well, at this point, how much time has passed since the avalanche? Since we passed through and got past the avalanche?
About 2 hours.
2 hours? Okay. So we can assume that we're all kind of patched up, and the following is the people that were hurt in the following are all doing better.
Yeah, they are. They had minor cuts and bruises running through during that final run, but they're fine. Also, Yuraka had been serving as scout and had reported information about what the giants were doing. But it looks like it'll be a few more hours before... it is a few more hours before you reach those caves. So
okay.
What does that bring us? We are now at 4 p.m.
Do you know anything else about this cave system aside from the fact that it's large?
Well, you are standing at the mouth of it. It seems to be unnaturally cold. There seems to be a draft coming out of the cave, strangely enough.
All right. Make sure you're bundled up, I suppose.
Well, nothing for it.
I will pack my box with cotton.
Okay. Well, it is about evening time. Uraka does tell you that she does not see the burning mammoths close at hand, and that the giants look like they will be 2 to 3 days is her guess that they will need to clear the pass.
Though to be fair, what with all the false trails and track covering that we've been doing, I imagine that the main body of their following won't get here for weeks.
Yes. You are certain that they are cursing the ranger of your party. Argakoa seems to be thinking of new names, an appropriate name for you. She has not come up with one yet. Okay, am I live? I hope so. Yes, I am. Very good.
Okay.
So, you could rest and decide what time of day you want to plumb the cave.
Well, if we haven't had a full rest yet, technically, I think that we should absolutely get one before plunging in.
Yeah.
Yes, that might be best. Yes.
Okay. All right. So the following stays at some distance from the caves and takes shelter from the wind.
Now, how did you want us to handle this? I've no idea how large this cave system is. Did you want to stay outside the cave until we come back and send word, or did you want to wait for a few hours and then begin your entrance behind us?
Letsua says he hopes that you can scout ahead, make sure that there's a safe passage through, and they will wait for your return. And if they don't hear from you by sunset of this next day, then they will assume you have perished.
Give us 2 days. We have plenty of time.
Well, we can if we do have that amount of time, we can always come back by sunset and then return to the cave, because we're not. How far are we camping from the cave?
They're about a 10-minute walk.
10-minute walk, yeah.
Letsua says, well, as soon as Shaggy Shemven frees up Uraka to continue scouting, we should have a good eye on any approaching threats.
Oh, excellent.
Well, very good then.
She seems to be sitting. Uraka is like ruffling her feathers upward as Shaggy Shemven, you know, is grooming her feathers.
The two look like they were made for each other.
Indeed. We'll all choose our own path, says Argakoa. She does not seem she fully approves of this union, but what can she do? She says she is grateful for Yaraka's scouting talents.
Oh, indeed, certainly. We should make the most of them while she's still with us.
Yes, and hopefully she will only make demands on Shemven.
Getting a bird's eye view is always a helpful thing.
Yes. Okay.
All right. Well.
All right. Y'all did your long night rest.
Okay.
Hold on. I am bothered by the fact that Yaraka's token border is the wrong color. Da-da-da-da. It's always the little things. Whoopsies. Nope, nope, nope. Okay. Who's this? Who's that? There we go. No! Okay. Well. You stand at the entrance of a large limestone cavern. And as you approach, you note the downturn of the temperature. There are small piles of snow lying in heaps at the entrance, and inside you see piles of guano, insects skittering about. On the rocky ground, there are sections of ice that are slippery. Do any of you have dark vision?
Yes.
Brom does.
Okay.
No.
Ooh, Brom has a new picture. Ooh.
I also
Finnur
do
has
not
a new
have
picture
dark vision.
too. Wow, everyone's getting a makeover.
Yeah,
Okay.
I like it.
Who has dark? Yeah. Okay, Brom can see in the dark. You can see it looks like that there are multiple tunnels that lead out from here. Also, there looks to be a... yeah, there's piles of guano that are not pictured. Also, there is what looks to be a corpse. Looks like to be a wolf, possibly, right here.
Can I check the guano to see what kind of animal we're dealing with?
Ah, yes. It's not a ranger campaign without looking at shit. Alright, here we go. Alright.
Survival or nature?
I think survival doesn't get enough love. I'm probably going to credit both. Well, they each have their own uses.
Alright.
All you can tell is that it's from a large creature. Large in the Pathfinder sense. Yes, you can tell by the size of the stools. Also, as you carefully walk forward and examine it, you can tell that it looks to be a carnivorous animal from the pile of what you're looking at. And you also can't help but notice that the ceiling is full of bats.
I expected there to be bats when you say guano.
And also
So Brom is now
stalactites.
saying him.
There's a lot of ice stalactites as well.
So, Awa has gotten too big to perch on Brom's shoulder now. So Brom is just gonna tell Awa, fly low if you can, friend.
All right.
Well, so...
Yes, what?
Well, Brom was going to try stealthing ahead to see what he could see in each of these branching paths.
Okay. Awa is accompanying him.
Yes, unfortunately, Awa. I don't know why Awa's should be a. Does because it's shown that Awa's a master in stealth. Was Awa supposed to become master in stealth at?
I don't think master
But
happens
sure.
at this level. No, that doesn't sound right to me.
That doesn't sound right. Sometimes that.
I think
So I think that Awa
No.
should still just be an expert.
I think mature is something like if the base animal gives them a skill, they become expert at this time. I think.
Okay, there we go. Got that.
My notes
fixed
showed.
now.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
All right. So.
she rolled a nat 1 on her acrobatics check. She accidentally collides into a stalactite.
Oh,
She doesn't hit fate head on, but she does cause it to fall to the ground right here. It shatters. And doesn't... Well, can Awa actually... What is... Okay, this rectangle is... Oh, I can't. I have to do that like that. Oh, there are cave paintings depicting animals along the western wall, by the way, but you can't really examine them yet because,
I was going to say, before entering the cave, I was going to go ahead and get a torch going. So that I have light, since I don't have dark vision.
Oh. Okay. Go ahead. But the noise of the falling stalactite has caused the bats to descend. I think we're in it. And I'm gonna
Here we go.
Ice is difficult terrain, by the way. The blue is uneven, slippery, difficult terrain. Roll initiative.
Ugh.
Oh, not nature.
The ceiling is 25 feet high. Okay, the outrageous large bat swarms going to go after Awa. I assume Awa's how high? 10 feet?
Sure. Sounds about right.
10 feet up, so only really attacking Awa. But is above all of you guys. And next is going to attack Awa. Awa, make 2 reflex saves.
Alright, good thing I was now an expert in reflex.
Oh, okay. One more. Okay, she doesn't take any damage.
nice.
Okay, Skritch.
It was the he, by the way. Nellie's the she.
Ah. Awa he. Got it.
Are you saying I'm up?
What's that?
You said Skritch is next?
Yes.
Okay. How far am I from the swarm? or a swarm?
The one that just descended and attacked is about 20 feet from you, 10 feet up.
20 feet, 10 feet up? Okay. So... I will go ahead and try out this new thing that I had a dream over our long rest last night that I was surrounded by that flock of ravens that we fought originally several sessions ago, and they gave me a gathering of their feathers, and so I kind of point at the swarm, and not my cold iron shield, but my normal shield that's on my back, my steel shield, kind of glows a little bit, and then 4 needle darts shoot out at the swarm, and they're shaped like raven feathers, basically like quills.
Mm-hmm. Much amaze. Okay, they're within range. So
All right,
they make
regular needle darts.
What was that?
regular needle darts,
Needle dart,
right?
adamantine, cold iron, silver, or normal.
It'd be normal, just the steel shield, so just normal.
Okay.
All right, here
make
we
an
go.
Attack roll. Oh, a natural 20.
Nice.
Okay.
So I think that's 8d4 then.
Wow.
All right, I'll roll. I will roll this twice.
I thought they nerf casters.
Yeah. It scaled up. It starts at 3d4 and then it goes up 1d4 per spell rank.
21 piercing. That is, you have struck at the heart of this bat swarm, and they have scattered in a panic.
Essentially, there's just fired
failed-
a shotgun into the bat swarm.
Yeah. They failed the morale check. It was like a double plot twist. They see that this bird is not just any bird. And then this armored knight extends his hand out, or shield out. Okay. Is
And
that
then
everything?
my last action, I will. Let's see, infectious enthusiasm is 2 also. I don't want to do that one yet. So I will cast the shield cantrip. Well, no, because they're not doing attacks. Yeah, I'll cast the shield cantrip on Iowa just in case they actually do an attack, but I know they're not going to. But I'll put the shield cantrip, just shield on Iowa.
Okay. All right. Next is Ernest.
I'm going to delay until the swarm gets a bit closer.
Okay. The swarm descends to Finnur and Brom to accept their space. 5, 10, 15, and 25. Uh-oh. Pythagorean theorem time. 3 and 5. 3, 5. Yep, it's fine. They're in your space. And they make 2 attacks. Finnur and Brom each make 2 reflex saves. Okay. Finnur succeeds. Brom critically succeeds. Finnur succeeds again. Brom critically succeeds again. Okay.
Ow.
All right. So Finnur, you take 2 points of piercing damage. Okay, this is it's just bats, you guys. I don't think Ken saw that, but he lost 42 hit points. That was a typo, probably.
Oh.
Yeah.
See the massive blood splatter around Finnur's square now because
it doesn't act as like a text box would, where you could like delete one and then change the number. No, you got to write the whole number. So if I just write 6 instead of 46, just deleting the last number, apparently that is why it means 40 damage. Yeah.
I am going to stop delaying since the swarm is now closer.
Okay, Ernest.
I am going to switch out my bow for a tallow bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to recall knowledge on the swarm.
Okay. No info.
No info,
Wait,
and then
let me double check that. You have a very high bonus. Oh wow. A nat 2 succeeds for you. You learned that
this probably means it's a low-level creature, though, so...
Yeah.
they're bats, Professor!
You
Ignore the blood splatter around Finnur. They're just bats.
I think nature's all right for this. Vampire bat swarm it is. They cause you to bleed.
Okay.
And they have a weakness to area and splash damage.
Which is why I pulled out the tallow bomb.
Yeah, you already knew that. Let's tell you also that slashing is good against this.
And slashing is good. Okay. All right, and with that, they should be off guard to me now with a success, and I will throw a bomb at them.
Oh, I need a. Oh. Okay, that's a miss.
So they take 1 splash damage.
Yes, and they have a weakness to splash. They take 4 splash damage, but those in its space take 1 each. So you rolled a 2 and a 4.
Get these out early.
Hey, you don't get sneak attack damage for the bomb?
I do not.
Okay, why is that? I'm trying to remember.
Because if it has to be a agile or I believe
you're right.
Yeah, it has to be agile or finesse. A bomb is not agile or finesse.
Yeah.
Or if it's a throw weapon, bombs are thrown. That's the thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it works with my bow because my bow is not thrown, but thrown things have to be agile or finesse.
Right. Finnur.
Okay, for action 1, I will exploit vulnerability. So that
success.
So I know that they have a weakness to slashing and
It's not a weakness actually. But what do you learn? You learn all their you learn the highest weakness, right?
Yes.
Well, they don't.
Wait, he also knows resistances
well, they do have
too from
weaknesses.
his.
I think that's on a crit success, unless I'm mistaken. Let me see. Yeah, it's only on a crit success. They do have weaknesses.
Okay.
It's that they are weak to area and splash damage, but you do trigger that now. Though your personal antithesis is better. Weakness 4.
What is my personal antithesis at now?
4.
And it's 2 plus half your level.
Yeah, so, yeah, 4. All right, so for my second action, I will strike the swarm, or attempt to strike the swarm. Action strike. which
That is a hit.
And the Hokey Pokey does extra damage now.
Nice.
Yep.
And then that's +4.
Wait, implements empowerment is 4 now? I thought it was 2.
It's empowerment. 2 additional damage per weapon damage die.
Oh. Oh.
I knew there was a good reason to make that a striking weapon.
Yeah, I
Ah!
totally
Well, that's actually 18 and resistance piercing 6, so 12 damage, and you have stabbed the swarm. All right. Yep. After jets of needles and hokey pokey and shotguns and projectile bombs, these the bats have given up. They failed the morale check and they're now scattering deeper into the caverns.
To be fair, they're just defending their home.
Yeah.
Yes, well, we're just... What's defending? They're attacking, we're just passing through. It's not like we're trying to conquer these caves.
I would have done 2 more damage if I would have breached defenses instead of exploiting the or instead of applying the weakness. That was me not reading my new class ability. It's breach defenses just adds up. Like if I succeed at the exploit vulnerability check, I learn the highest of the creature's resistances that can be bypassed, and I can choose to either mortal or personal antithesis, mortal weakness, or breach defenses, and then I can ignore their highest or whatever resistance I choose.
Nice.
So I would have done more damage that way, but hindsight, and I'm learning a new class.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just got signed out of my own stream for some reason. Strange. Yeah, it said chat was disconnected, so I pressed reload. Yeah, we fought a pitched battle against some bats. This level 4 party just sneezed at them, and they fled. They failed the morale check, and the party is making a way under the mountains. Into this, I will comment, very chilly. Mild cold is the technical Pathfinder category, so that you will become fatigued after 4 hours.
Does that include if you're wearing winter clothing?
I don't think so. Winter clothing makes it 1 degree of temperature better, right?
I believe so, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because
Okay.
that's what Ernest has been wearing this whole time. He's not used to the cold up here.
Oh, he came prepared.
Brom has it too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Good for you.
Ernest purchased it back when he was going through Absalom. He purchased basically everything he has on him back in Absalom.
Okay.
So
I would imagine Skritch would also, but I don't know. How much does winter clothing cost?
next to nothing. Like I think it's a gold, maybe.
Or silver.
Or so? Oh, yeah. Skritch would have had that.
And,
Okay, we're now saying everyone has it. Is that what we're doing?
well, I don't. But
Because if it's
Finnur-
4 silver, why not everybody, right?
Finnur is winter touched humid for his. So he treats.
Oh, right.
I'll let everybody choose whatever makes sense for their character. Let me think here. Oh yeah.
Well,
Finnur,
It's
you note that looking at these stalactites, that they're quite fragile, and so it could be dangerous for the following to walk through this cavern, unless you guys do something about them.
Are there any rocks that you could be possibly thrown at said stalactites?
There are.
How many
I suppose
stalactites
that
are there?
Iowa can just fly up and knock them off one by one.
Run into the...
Just bump into everyone. Well,
How many stalactites are there? Like too many to count? Oh, Ernest, you got that
A couple
cool
dozen.
ability.
oh yeah.
How many there are?
Oh, I knew that would be good for something.
Oh yes. Spend an action to count. Well, I probably can't see them as well because I have to have the light. So
Well, you have a torch going.
I do, but that only goes out 20 feet with bright light, 20 feet with dim.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can see it in dim light, I suppose. I mean, it'll just have a penalty. I mean, come on, it's a very situational feat.
Yeah, it's true. I'll do my eye for numbers and see if I can
All right.
calculate them.
It's somewhere between 20 and 30.
Great. 20 and 30.
But since the ceiling's like, they descend maybe as low as 12 feet above the ground, and also as low as 20 feet above the ground, it would take some, and you want to directly contact them in order to set them off, or...
Well, I suppose that maybe we could get Broggy to come and do some area of effect to help clean this out.
I'm assuming that
I
we're
don't
all
know.
discussing.
Later on, of course.
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah. Yeah.
I could try flinging those feather things at them again, like I did the bats.
Yeah, you could. Needle darts. That would
Would
work,
Brom be
actually.
able to fire arrows at them?
Yes.
And he can see them just fine with his dark vision.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, if we're gonna start taking care of these stalactites now, Brom will just swap for the unkindness and start shooting. So
Yeah.
anyways, I started blasting.
All right.
And
it's
I'll
gonna
start
make some
using needle
noise.
dart.
And you start to make the ceiling fall from a safe
Hopefully
distance,
not
of course.
literally.
Right. I was. Yes, I did not mean that literally. There were some other things in
Rocks
this
fall,
room
we
to
all
mention.
die.
There was a corpse on
There was the
ground.
dead body.
Yeah, it looked like a dead wolf over here. I'm constantly amused by, text descriptions that say west when they mean east and southwest when they mean northeast.
Drives me nuts.
Yeah. There seem to be some tracks in the snow of padded feet, large feet
Heading
of a
which
large
direction?
four-legged animal. It seems to be going through exploring generally this cavern, going outside. The heaviest traffic leads east.
Am I able to deduce anything else from those tracks?
Yes, you believe they come from a Smilodon, a saber-tooth tiger. They look like or some other great cat.
Another potential friend for Ernest.
It is
going-
the corpse of a wolf. It's riddled with maggots.
It's riddled with maggots. Do I look like what? Can I find what caused the death with a medicine check?
You see that it looks like it suffered many tiny puncture wounds from small sets of many mouths. It looks like it was exsanguinated.
I think this will have angered the bats.
There are cave paintings depicting animals on the western wall. The one in the center shows a line of figures passing through a row of triangles. They look like they depict stalactites. There's the outline of a handprint, its fingers oriented south. Towards the south. There are the side tunnels to the west and east. There's also a couple of raised ledges towards the south, near the ceiling. There's one here, and there's one here, down here, to the south.
So those could be climbed.
Yeah, it does not look like an easy climb. Like DC 22. The one to the east is about 20 feet up. The one to the west is 15 feet up.
I can try to climb up there and look around, see what's up there.
Okay. You want to go up the eastern higher one first? Or the western?
Keep in mind that if there is something up there that is less than friendly and you go up there, I myself cannot get up there to help you.
Okay.
I can climb up, and of course Awa can easily fly up there to support.
Yeah.
But I'll
have
here.
useless.
It's okay.
That's alright. You'll have two. I'll leave Flame down here with you to help you if anything shows up out of those other caves down here.
Well, not exactly what I was concerned about because we've got better visibility. I just have a little bit of a concern of there being more dangerous things than the bats, and if we're not all together, it could cause issues.
Well, unless whatever might be up there is trying to be sneaky, it would have shown up when we made all the racket that woke up the bats.
That I suppose is sound logic, however, they could be being sneaky. It's just... I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. But if you think that it's best for you to check it out, then by all means.
Yeah, there's only one way to find out, and we definitely need to find out to make sure that there's not anything up there that might attack us when we come through with the following. So we're gonna have to go up there and look anyway.
Fair point.
All right. So Skritch climbs.
Yes.
All right. So I think you wanted to go to the lower one, over here.
Which is this one here?
Yeah.
The one on the west.
Okay. Yep.
All right, rolling athletics for Skritch.
All right. With that, he climbs. Keep rolling. He's 5 feet up.
Oh, that's right.
Roll a few times. It's going to be more than a couple.
Here we go.
Oh, nice. Those goblin muscles are rippling. He makes it. I wish... Man, I wish... Oh no, did they uncheck left click to release objects? It's like my biggest pet peeve of Foundry. Oh, they didn't uncheck it. For some reason I can't... Oh, because I'm not in token selection mode. Ah. Okay. Okay. Are people able to see what he sees right now?
Nope.
No.
Huh. Okay. Well, let me tell you what he sees.
Okay.
There's a few broken javelins here, and it looks like, and you note that there are 10 arrows that are made of cold iron.
I will collect those. They're arrows.
Yes, I'm going to put them in your inventory.
Okay. Do the javelins, do they look like they were thrown up here, or that they were just broken while up here? If that question makes any sense.
It looks like, while up here, it looks like someone had used this as a spot to hide and attack others from.
Okay. All right. Is there anything else up here?
Just some signs of a couple of some torn cloth, a sign of an old, what might have been a small sheltered fire, but that's what you see.
Okay. Okay, I will climb back down and let everyone know what I found up there, and I'll hand over the arrows to Brom.
And this Brom will split the arrows and give 5 to Ernest.
Okay. Just a quick detect of magic. Are the arrows magic in any way?
They are not, and I'm trying to figure out how I change the material. Foundry's gone through an update, apparently.
Oh, one question. Just so that ledge, that was just like an alcove in the rock that you weren't able to see into any other caverns or passages while up there.
Right. That's what. Yeah, when I got up there, there's basically it looks like that ledge that y'all all climbed up over there out at the pond, the frozen ice thing, before we fought Picano.
Okay.
And someone had a fire up there at one point.
It doesn't seem. It's not apparent how I make it cold iron in Foundry, so I just changed the name. It's in Skritch's inventory.
Okay.
Okay.
Megan, I fed you.
She can see the bottom of the food bowl. I'm sure that means that the food bowl is empty enough for you to put more food in it.
I ration her food. I'm a cruel master. Hey, everybody owns Skritch's token. I'm wondering, is there any way you guys can, like, draw a rectangle around him? I'm just curious.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, yep. There we go.
Now you can see? Okay. Alright, and then I move him back. Oh, assuming he climbs down. Do you mind me... Do you want me to do these laborious kind of rolls? I could. I mean, I don't know if other people mind. But...
No, it's fine. Here we go again.
Oh, you're rolling awesome. Your average roll... Yeah, you have to roll a nat 1, basically, to fall, so... You're golden.
And I have Rapid Mantle for that first immediate fall if I do happen to roll a nat 1 to climb back up.
Grabbing an edge... I suppose...
Yeah, it lets me use athletics instead of reflex for grabbing an edge.
Okay, if there's an edge, yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
That's why I said for that first wrong step, if I roll a nat 1 on the initial climb down, I can grab the edge to climb back up and be like, nope.
Yeah. If you're on a sheer, smooth wall, I would.
Yeah, that would be a little difficult.
Yeah. Okay, he comes back down, successful from his foray.
Yep, and I'll
arrows as a prize.
I'll hand over the arrows. I'll let them know what I found up there. And then I'll go ahead and start climbing the one on the east, the 20-foot one.
Okay.
All right.
Hold on, I have
rolling
Skritch
again.
defending, Brom scouting, Finnur investigating, Ernest investigating. Okay.
What about Sarakk?
Sarakk is with the following right now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Skritch, you rolled a nat 1.
Except that he hadn't ascended at that point. So it's
Yeah, I was just on the ground.
Oh,
I just failed to find a ledge or a foothold, so
yeah.
I like sit on my butt and then I stand up again.
All right. He just has to climb 15 feet since he can rapid mantle. Okay, let me see what's going to be here.
well, there's a crit success.
Not
No, not quite.
Almost. Uh-oh. That is a...
You want to re-roll? I think you might want to re-roll that one.
If it's a nat 1, yeah, I'll hero point it.
Yeah. This is why we roll to climb, because to take hero points away. Okay, Megan. I don't understand you, Megan. Wait, did I feed her? Yeah, I fed her. Okay, you make it.
Yay!
You find a tunnel before you that goes into the rock that you can easily walk into because you are small size. Your armor scrapes against the walls if you want to.
I will quietly yell back down. There's a tunnel up here. I don't know how you can quietly yell, but you know what I mean.
It looks like after about 15 feet, it opens to some larger cave, and you see what looks to be a... it could be the head of a giant monster that's not moving. A skeletal monster.
There's something in a cave further down this tunnel up here.
It could be a giant tusk, actually.
It could be something that might be undead, or it might just be a skeleton.
I don't think that it's worth the risk for you to just head in there on your own. I say, come back and we can potentially. Maybe there's another way to get into there that doesn't require as much climbing or something. That will come.
I would imagine there is because I would think there is because this tunnel doesn't look like it's very big for that creature to squeeze through. So I think there had to be another way for it to get out to get out of there.
Okay.
Or for it to have gone in there in the first place. So I agree.
Yeah. All right. Absolutely. So come back down. Hopefully we'll come back around and see what that's all about later.
All right, here we go, rolling again.
This is some dungeon crawling shit. Okay.
So before I climb down, no, never mind. Skritch wouldn't do that. Skritch wouldn't think about that. Okay. I was going to ask
intelligence score.
Well, I was going to ask if I should shoot it with needle darts, but Skritch wouldn't think about that.
All right. Well, this extended time while you were searching at least one of these rooms and climbing, someone succeeded on their exploration activity and found that in the pile of guano, about 10 feet south, there is some kind of vial that you see its stopper protruding out from it.
I would agree. That is very vile.
Brom's not afraid of guano, so he walks over to pick it up.
Yeah, he went.
I work with animals. I see guano every single damn day.
Here we go. You found some kind of something. It's a dark purple case. a little wider in the middle, made of some kind of light metal. But you hear a sloshing sound.
Here, let me take a look at it, and I will spend 2 minutes, as opposed to the one that usually takes me to identify something, to first read aura on it to give me a +2 to the check.
Okay. Well,
unless it turns out it's non-magical.
Do you have a way to know whether it's magical first?
Detect magic, so I can spend 2 actions doing that first, yeah.
Alright. It is not magical.
Oh, okay. Then I guess I'll just pop it open and think that I probably have to spend a full 10 minutes identifying it with crafting.
Okay.
But I'll do that.
Alright. Alright, this is what you think it is?
Oh, so Skritch, during that time, do you want to refocus to get that focus point back?
I used a focus point?
Did you have to use a focus point for the needle darts,
No.
or is that...
No. No, that's just a normal cantrip.
I know.
Very
Cash is
good.
OP.
No, I didn't have to use a focus point for anything yet.
Okay. Oh, excellent. It is in fact a dark vision elixir.
Hey, that's
That'll
handy.
be helpful.
It only gives you dark vision for an hour, but
That might be long enough for this area that we're in.
maybe.
So let's say we go back and head up towards this cave here. I think that we may be able to. That there may be another way going down south to seeing if we could get to that same room that Skritch was able to see up from the ledge.
Worth a try.
All right, I am not opposed.
And there was that handprint that indicated something to the south.
Well, that's we're kind of headed in the southern direction. It looks like up ahead there's, I don't know. There's a tunnel further south, but
So, am I right that you guys wanted to head east?
that's what it sounds like.
Yes.
Okay.
North into the northeast cave.
Alright. Who was your first
Yeah.
rank again? I assume Brom? Skritch?
Brom and Skritch, or Brom with Ayla and Skritch behind him with Flame.
Okay.
And
If we had to go single.
Huh. I have this old note saying Finnur's in the front.
Well, Finnur in this case can't see,
Oh.
so he's utilizing Ernest's torch.
yeah, so we have to be pretty close to each other
Alright.
so that we can see.
Okay, so what I see on
You're safe.
the top is the front rank, I'm assuming, with Brom and Skritch. Then Flame. Oh, no. We got 2 bearded fellows. Oh, I see what's going on. The right is the front rank. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I believe that we're only doing, well,
Unless
2
we want
ranks
to have
as long as we can go, and then if we need to switch
we want to
into
have Finnur
less.
here next to Brom. No, he's also right next to the torch as well.
Okay. Alright, you head east. You see there are more stalactites here in this passage. It seems to go gradually upward. Noted by folks. Skritch, you hold your shield aloft, ready for any impending attack. Brom scouts ahead. Finnur and Ernest, you examine your surroundings. Well, I'm gonna move you guys ahead. Unless there's
And since Ernest, I'm assuming Ernest told us that he felt that slashing weapons are more effective against those bats. I would have my scimitar out instead of bowler hoops.
Okay.
All right, I'll make that swap.
Yep, just in case we encounter those bats again.
Okay, and
Sarakk thing.
you see another. Well, those Finnur and Ernest, you notice about 12 feet up to your right in the southern wall that there is a passage leading south, but it's near the ceiling.
So, wait, just so that I understand, that's something that we would need to climb into that passage?
Yeah.
How large is it?
It's something that any of you can comfortably fit through. It would take a crouching at least in the entrance.
And how high of a climb is it?
About, well, from here 10 feet, I'd say.
That's an easy scale, I'd say.
You gonna take that one, Brom?
Yeah, I'll head in here. And I'll have Awa fly after me in case there's any issues.
Okay, Awa has a... She does not avoid one stalactite which falls down here.
Oh.
But it sounded to me like you guys were proceeding ahead of the party, so no one was harmed in the making of the scene.
Not yet, anyway. I think I'll re-roll that.
Ooh! Always fun.
Wait, Brom, you did know that falling from 5 feet, does make you take 2 points of damage. Yeah. Oh well. You take 2 points of damage. I know.
All right.
The walls will be the end of you.
That's one of these days. All right. Well, let's try again, shall we?
Okay. Let's see. This looks a little easier. It's about a 20 that you need. Uh-oh. He's rolling ones again.
I see Skritch. I see the.
Oh no,
Skritch
there's another one. Okay, that one at least wasn't a fall. And why is my camera frozen? Okay.
Oh no.
That's right. Brom is trying desperately to. At least I'm getting these terrible rolls out of the way now.
Brom is having
Yes.
issues, so I'll go.
Maybe
go.
maybe we could come
There we
back to
go.
this later, Brom.
All right,
right,
he's at
halfway
5
up.
feet again. You know, he's not responding. He's just gritting his teeth. He makes it. And you do see him. It's kind of a snug fit, actually, for you to get through here. You see that it's a steep incline upward.
All head in, and I was gonna follow.
All right. Awa hops in behind you. It's pushing you, pecking at you from behind. And
Steady on, boy. Steady on.
as you climb, you see yourself face to face with a looking at what looks like a giant skull. You deduce it to be a mammoth. It's not attached to anything. It's resting on the ground here. It looks like it has some offerings laid out around it. There's a bed of old furs opposite the skull. There are paintings here that decorate the walls that all involve a spirit that has a head shaped like this skull.
How old do those offerings appear to be?
It looks like that they could be over 10 years old. From you can't really identify. They're very old.
And those are just animal skins from the looks of it?
Yes. Looked like there was significant. There was skill in making them. It looked like the amount of skill that you would expect from one of the followings. There,
I know that this is
amid offerings. There's various crafts, primitive sculptures. There's a white cylindrical vial. There's a reflecting mirror made out of steel, and there's a stone that has some carving on it. So that might be of magical origin.
Well, it looks like there are some goodies up here, but I don't know if does. I know there may not be like a particular tied to any particular skill or anything, but just for asking, is there some? Does Brom get a bad feeling looking in this cave? Like there might be something there that doesn't want him there. Yeah.
All right.
Could be wooden check. Maybe
he's got his perception at least.
Well, let's say beyond what he might naturally think, he does not know of any. He's not aware of whether he has such a sense. First of all.
Okay.
He is looking at this, and it does bring out the EBGBs.
There's some good stuff up here, but I don't know if I want to touch any of it.
Best not to.
The furs look very comfortable. I just realized that probably.
I was gonna say, as he turns around to leave, does everything start looking more enticing? Because that's bad.
I mean, you could. There are some parts of this cave that you can't see at this angle, by the way.
All right. Well, Brom will at least go into the cave itself and try not to touch anything, just to see the whole of the cave if he can.
Okay. Well, there seem to be several furs, and you can tell that someone was here a while at some point. It looks like, besides it being, let's say this. Actually, you might have knowledge about who might have made these kinds of offerings. Well. Well, the paintings on the wall all suggest a benevolent being, that whoever had the skull that they believed this came from acted as a protector for their people. So, giving shelter with its arms extended and protecting it from monsters. Protecting people from monsters and so forth.
But you said it was malevolent.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you said it gave him kind of a weird vibe.
You got the heebie-jeebies.
You said a malevolent being.
Yes.
But yeah, in that description there, you just said describe a malevolent being.
Either I said the wrong word or the mic was bad. I meant benevolent.
Okay.
Yes.
Well,
I'll say this though.
Brom being
Now that you've walked in and gotten closer to the bed of furs, you feel more at ease. Though things are not supernaturally looking like. You're not seeing anything different. But let's say you're getting more of a positive spider sense.
All right. Well, I think we might have found a little place of refuge if it comes to it. But Brom is definitely backing away from the from the offerings on the altar.
All right.
I ain't touching any of those, just in case it angers someone.
The
So it
first
was
thing
a
that
shrine of
strikes
some
you is
kind.
it's not clear how it even got in here.
That is true for Brom. Like, how in the blazes did such a huge thing get in here?
What are the walls made of?
If Brom is looking, it looked to like these caves are made of limestone, and these walls don't look any. They don't strike you as any different from the other walls, in terms of how this cave was made.
So if it was ice, then I could probably see it maybe froze there, but no, if it's limestone, I don't have any ideas.
Meanwhile,
Brom,
for
could I-
those of you in the outer passage, those stalactites could use some, securing and dealing with.
Ernest is more interested. Brom, can you describe the depictions in there?
He relays them to
So-
you. And you try to recall your studies of followings and artwork and different cultures.
I do get a +1 bonus when it relates to ancient cultures.
Yes. Well, you don't deduce anything beyond what I've already said. You do believe that its strange placement was the cause of people revering it. You think it's a place that people saw as a benevolent thing and created offerings to it. That's what you think.
All right. Yes, just seems to be probably, because, I mean, like you said, how would the skull have gotten in there? I'm sure that they believed it was through some supernatural means, and when they found it, much more likely that an ancient animal died long ago and the mountain formed around it, but that's neither here nor there.
Well, Brom's gonna exit the cave and climb back down.
Especially because it's limestone, which limestone, of course, is very good at grabbing and fossilizing things.
Okay. Did he survive? Brom? Oh, good. Well, he survived half of it.
Going down 5 feet, and Brom will just drop the remaining 5.
Is that right? Oh, that means you never took 4 damage earlier, because if it's more than 5 feet, you fall prone. Am I right?
Yeah, 5 feet.
Ah, that's right. So you never
Because
took damage before.
I'm pretty sure that just about anybody with good physical stature and everything could jump 5 feet just fine.
Okay. All right.
There was something magic in there. I just didn't want to trigger anything.
Probably a good idea.
Right.
Stalactites populate the ceiling in this tunnel.
I guess start removing these
Especially this western
stalactites.
half.
Do we really need to work on these stalactites, though? I don't think the following's going to be going this way. Let's not waste our time until we find out their path, and then clear that.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
So, does this cave go any further, or is that the only exit aside from the way we came in?
This is like a side thing on the way east.
Okay.
Okay, Brom and Skritch each get a hero point for their individual solo quests.
Nice.
So shall we continue
should we-
east?
We keep heading east, then.
Yes.
I don't see any reason why not.
Well, as you head east, and I want to have Brom go forward here, representing the front edge of the party. There's a slick flowstone curtain that bisects this large cavern. You cannot see beyond the curtain. The sound of snapping bone and tearing flesh echoes from beyond it. And you hear some whimpers from a raised ledge to your right. Also, is that beyond the curtain also? Let me see. No, it's also directly south, right here. Let me move, folks.
You say that, so the whimpering is coming from here?
Yeah, there's a ledge here, right here.
How high is the
How high is it?
7 feet. And to the east, you see that yeah, it's a large cavern. It's just that there's this curtain in the way. Flowstone, whatever flowstone is. I'm gonna Google. Ooh, pretty. It's like, imagine a frozen waterfall, but it's stone.
Okay.
It's like how stalactites form, it would seem. Like the way water flows and it leaves sediment and then rock forms.
So, just to be clear then, the munching sounds are coming from this way or this way?
Somewhere beyond the flowstone curtain. It's hard to place the exact direction, given the way the sound's echoing. The cave walls play with your sense of direction. But you are pretty sure
I imagine that
the whimpering sounds come from this ledge. They sound to be like...
Does it sound like a humanoid whimpering or an animal whimpering?
Animal. Yeah, there's more than one voice.
maybe I should take, if it's animal, then maybe I should take point on this.
Okay.
Alright, so Brom's gonna try climbing this ledge.
Okay. As you're climbing up, you're about 5 feet up.
Do I roll again?
Nope.
Okay.
I am figuring something out here. Huh. Oh. You hear the sounds, seas of bone crunching and tearing. And you hear footsteps approaching, that seem to be approaching the corner of the flowstone curtain. On padded feet.
I have my shield up and I'll switch over to Molar Hooves.
I will command Awa to fly back a little bit. And is there time for Brom to to get up onto the ledge?
He could.
Actually, no. Brom is just going to drop and then draw a head taker.
All right. The party's choosing violence.
No, we're
We're
choosing.
choosing to prepare for violence.
Yes. Rounding the corner is a large cat creature. Here we go. However,
Oh.
it seems to be something bearing its pelt. It's like a wearing it like a skin. And
Something.
it is not
Just
friendly.
for my future reference, when Brom first found those paws, would he have been able to designate whatever made those tracks as his prey?
He would have. Yeah.
All right. That's what I'll do going forward, that if there's a nasty thing in there, that's my prey to start with.
Yep. Sounds good. Roll initiative.
So, is this thing using deception? You
Nope.
said it's wearing skin. Is it like trying to deceive us into thinking it's a great cat?
It is not.
Okay, so no twitchy, no extra
No,
twitchy bonus.
it wasn't trying to hide its approach or anything. It was just,
Yeah.
okay, Ernest, initiative.
I'm not having any of the encounters show up.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'll roll for you.
I'm still not seeing the encounter.
Huh. What,
I
refresh?
will I'll refresh and see if that fixes it. Yeah, now I got it.
Okay. Alright, it is muttering words. It's speaking words as if it's casting a spell. And Flame needs to make a will saving throw.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I'll do that.
I was just
I
about
keep
to say.
forgetting that I'm in charge of that.
Ah, a natural 19 succeeds, and Flame looks confused. He tilts his head to the side, and one of his ear goes up. You know the dog thing, and then he kind of goes back into a defensive crouch. Does not looks angry. And the next
Okay.
thing it does is okay. He stunned one from that. The next thing that happens is sees the bird, and it seems to stare at the bird. The Awa needs to make a will save.
Okay.
Okay. That the bird gives a squawk and seems like it does not know what's going on. It's flying around in a circle. It is confused. Brom.
All right, so Brom is going to first, obviously, mark this as prey, and he then charges forward and yells, "Don't mess with my bird!"
That is the way to get Brom angry. All right, a 16. It lunges to the side, and you hear a growl that's not natural to a cat, coming from behind its face. Ernest.
I'm going to try to recall knowledge on what might be in the skin. Since it's quite apparent that there's something in there.
You've heard legends of demons called Rorus, hunter demons, that are brutal fiends that arise from the souls of mortals who have mutilated animals after they've died. They like to wear their skins and infiltrate packs and herds to corrupt entire herds. And every one of the things that they have is cause animals that are nearby to be frightened.
Okay.
It is now off guard too.
And I am going to move forward a bit. I'm going to go ahead and drop the torch at my feet. And then fire a shot.
Okay. Lesser cover, I'll say. Okay. Alright. It bounces off of its skin. It looks like it's pretty hard to hit. Finnur.
Alrighty. So Finnur will attempt to exploit vulnerability.
Okay. No success, but you have a personal antithesis.
Yeah, we'll use that. Yeah.
Oh, I will add, you know that these beasts, Ernest, tend to look like this when they are not wearing a skin. Oh, I don't know. Yeah.
Oh, kind of Wendigo-esque.
Yes.
Okay.
If that was my first.
Looks like a real gentleman, that one.
Well, I'll have shouted out. Likely a skin-wearing demon. So don't feel bad about killing it.
Yes.
I did a random roll. I realized I should have given you this other piece of info, because the first one isn't really actionable anyway. But I'm going to tell you that while it wears another skin, the skin acts as a kind of damage shield. That you'll need to damage. Enough damage will cause it to fall off and lose its current form.
Okay.
Maybe this will actually help with that. So with this second and third action, Finnur will cast Phase Bolt, which negates the lesser cover.
Oh, a natural 20.
Nice.
So we're gonna roll some damage here. So there's that, and then
8, and then we're gonna double that, right?
so,
That's 16 piercing, right?
yeah.
Okay, so it takes half of that, and the pelt has hardness. So 8 of it goes to the pelt, but the pelt has hardness 5. and the pelt is now, let me call it, barely injured.
And that is Finnur's turn.
Okay. Next is Skritch. Oh my God, I'm tracking hit points by a pen. By pencil. I haven't done this in years.
Alright, so Skritch is going to move up to the thing. Hopefully it can do that in one stride.
Yeah, I think he can move to the side of it, though to flank it would require another stride.
Right. Yeah, I just want to get to it. And then I will strike at it with molar hooves.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you had the scimitar out, though.
Oh, that's right. I'll strike it with the scimitar. You're right. Well, no, because I said that I swapped over.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You did. You did.
All right.
Yeah.
Molar hooves.
All right, here we go.
19 plus 11, 30 hits.
Nice.
Okay, that's 10 bludgeoning damage, though half of it goes to and is resisted entirely by the pelt. Okay, one more action.
If it's a fiend, does that mean it's unholy as a weakness to holy, or?
Good point.
That's a good point.
It is.
Yeah.
Using. Oh my God! You're totally right. All of your strikes have the holy trait, right?
Yeah.
It takes 5 extra damage.
Nice.
Oh my God! It's like always on smite evil.
Basically. And then I will raise my shield, the cold iron shield.
Die, fiend! I don't think this likes you anymore. Well, it didn't like you before.
Probably not.
And it's going to claw at you with a saber tooth. No, it's going to try to bite at you with those big old saber tooth teeth. Oh wait, I'm sorry. I should have done this. Flame and Awa both needed to make will saves when the respective character's turn started.
Okay.
When their turn started.
All right, so here's Flames.
Okay, Flame critically failed, so became Frightened 2, which ticks down to Frightened 1. Because your turn ended. And then Awa.
Yeah.
And here's Awa's.
Okay, Awa succeeded, and is not frightened. Okay, Roru, the demon, is going to claw.
There's nothing to counteract the confused.
If they take any damage, then that would allow for a save to become unconfused. But I think that's about it. Other than that, it would be whatever the length of the condition is.
I'm wondering how confusion works on an animal companion. I'm told it will not attack the demon.
Yeah, I was confused about that. I don't understand how stunned would work on an animal companion because, I mean, I guess if I gave it an order, it'd only have one action instead of two from being stunned.
So
one.
here's where just in full honesty here, I think that this might be where Awa being a mature companion actually works against him. Because Awa always gets it can either do a stride or a strike, even if not commanded.
Yeah, though I think that's a function of its. Well, I see the logic. I'm looking at threads right now. Animal companions defend themselves because they're confused. Because there's a caveat that's always true, even with a young animal companion, that they do whatever is needed to defend themselves, and confusion kind of makes them panic. I think that it. Ew. Ugh. I do kind of think it needs to attack you guys. I'm just not sure how many actions.
It would probably just be one, because he only gets the one attack. Hang on a sec.
I'll say this: it won't attack more than once. So.
All right, I'm sorry. Well, so while you handle that, I think that my wife just called for some help, so I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yeah, and we are at the halfway point. Once I figure out Awa's turn and we're starting a round, I think let's break.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Okay. You don't treat anyone as your ally. Huh? Your targets are determined randomly by the GM. Huh. Okay. So, I think because Skritch was in its area, it will actually have randomly attacked Finnur. Here we go. Jaws. Finnur took oh, not precision damage, no. Finnur took
So is this the
piercing.
the demon thing attacking Finnur?
No, this is
Awa?
the bird being confused. Yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's take a break as you take on some weird demon. We'll meet again in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. Got it.
Sounds good.
Oh, are we taking our break right now?
Yeah.
I suppose that ended up working out. Oh, Awa did some damage.
He was confused, so he attacked me.
Sorry about that.
He knows not what he does. That does not help. I need to get a lamp for my desk. Because I get a weird, shadow, because I only have the one light. And apparently the glow stick doesn't actually help.
Mm-hmm. If I may say so, I think that the the new token for Finnur actually turned out really well.
AI for the win, I guess. I think I would know how to.
Yeah, that is the. I think that as far as artistry goes, AI is definitely the way of the future.
And may I say now that I welcome our benevolent AI overlords?
Yes, yes. Absolutely. Oh, if we're taking our break now, I'm gonna go grab something to drink.
It should not be freezing.
Ronald,
All right.
quick question before getting back into it. So Rose has manual dexterity. Would she be allowed to hold a torch?
I don't think animal companions have exploration activities.
They do not, but she would just be holding the torch.
I think so. I think that's fine.
Okay.
Especially
because
since
you don't
familiars
need-
don't follow the same rules as animal companions.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you don't
so-
need an exploration activity to hold a torch, so yeah.
Okay.
Yay.
All right. So going forward, instead of me holding the torch, Rose will be sitting on my shoulder holding the torch.
Alright. I needed
Here.
to, this was on my housekeeping list, by the way. Yeah. It's, you can see it. I have proof. Familiar wear, Ernest. Familiar wear, right there. Yes, so on shoulder.
On shoulder. Usually I was, in the past I was having her kind of hide, like in like my parka, like in the back behind my my neck, for the most part. Or at least that's kind of how I had it in my head.
I guess so. I guess we can figure out facing. You can give lesser cover to it, but my usual rule is that if the bearing creature in a rider mount situation is not designed to bear creatures, is two-legged usually, then the riding creature has one less action if it ever gets actions.
Okay.
I noticed something real
I
quick.
can give her actions, but I rarely will.
Yeah. I may again.
So,
Although
Because-
on that note, familiars can have the valet ability, which allows them to basically use their actions to retrieve and give you items.
Yeah.
Which means they would be riding you at that point.
Not necessarily. They're just assumed to be traveling with you in your space, I think, normally. For me,
okay.
the riding on your shoulder part has the advantage of you don't have to command it to walk.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
Last time I had familiar, I got those what are they called? Those sleeves. They're basically sleeves of holding. And the rules specifically state that if you have a familiar, you can just keep the familiar indefinitely inside one of the sleeves.
Oh. That's nice.
It's specific for that item, but I don't think they're called
there's
sleeves
a
of
familiar
holding.
ability to turn them into a tattoo.
I do know that. I was not able to do that before taking the archetype, which,
Wait.
but
My usual rule around the remaster applies then. You know, when new content, you can.
well, yeah, but
Retcon.
before I only had the pet feat, and the pet feat only allows for those certain abilities. And now that I have the archetype, the pet feat I retrained into fleet because which archetype gives you pet
Familiar.
automatically, and gives you the opening of choosing those other abilities.
Yeah.
However, I have to always
we only have one ability, though.
Two.
Only one. Two?
two abilities. Yes, that is something that was clarified. I believe that was always meant to be the rule, but it was clarified in the remaster, specifically in the witch archetype section.
Oh, they're supposed to get the bonus ability that a witch gets. The intention
No,
is that they get.
basically the intention was you get the normal amount of familiar abilities that you get with a familiar, and so you get one less than normal for a witch, and so
Oh.
it was always meant that you got two, but it was very confusing in the thing. But in the remaster, it specifically states you get two.
That's good. It was implied before, right? You get one plus. There's. Anyway.
Yeah.
But what counteracts that? Do you have one less cantrip or something?
Yeah, I can only prepare one cantrip a
Okay.
day,
I get it. All right. Okay, we
which
are
was
back.
also the case before. So it's yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, Brom isn't back. Oh no,
I'm
he
back.
is back. Someone's not back. Ken is
No,
not back.
everyone never. Skritch is not back.
Yes. Well, anyway, I don't think Skritch has any... It has chosen. I rolled randomly. Oh, this little pink area, by the way, is the skin of another saber-toothed tiger. Right here. It's in your midst. This is
Did you make sure that the precision damage that Awa did to Finnur did not apply?
Yeah, I only applied, I thought, 7 damage to...
Yeah, Awa should have only done 7 damage.
Yeah, though it looks like Finnur was at 3 below max health when this combat started, I guess?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well. Oh, Awa descended to attack Finnur. Okay. There you go. Alright, it's now evil animal demon time, which has chosen to attack that holy warrior. Here comes a saber-tooth bite. Wait, did I roll that yet? No, I didn't. That rolls a nat 19. Okay, here we go.
I think that Skritch would want us to use his Vision of Redemption.
No, that's if someone else is attacked.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Does he have shield block? Does he have a shield raised? No, he doesn't. Ouch!
Wait, he did. He did. I just don't know about how that... somehow I lost the macro.
It would not have prevented a crit here.
Yep.
That's 48. Well, actually, some of that is evil damage, but that doesn't exist in the... Oh, it's spirit damage now. What? Is it spirit? Will we convert evil damage to spirit damage? I think so.
Yes, evil
Is that what
has
the
been...
guidelines say? Well, that's what Foundry's saying.
Yeah, it is spirit. I believe it's spirit unholy specifically as well.
All right. Ouch. Oh no. Here comes a claw. It hits. It's gonna knock out Skritch.
Gotta ring the bell.
Okay. Roru makes a will saving throw. 22 succeeds. That hasn't worked yet, has it? The bell.
No.
The 15 damage, shield block would block 5 of that, and that wouldn't have been enough. Alright, Skritch falls to the demon, and it turns to, well, what does it want to do now? It's going to turn to Brom with another claw. Okay, that hits for 19. Oh my god. Whew.
Alright. Yikes.
Okay, Brom's next. Oh, and your bird is still confused and is going to attack Finnur again. Okay. No, that includes hunting prey. That's actually 13 damage. I will apply it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay, Brom.
Okay, so Brom is going to start by casting gravity. There we go. Brom is going to start by casting gravity weapon.
Mm-hmm.
No.
And he's going to try taking a swing at Roru.
Mm-hmm. Okay, that doesn't hit.
He's gonna re-roll. He's gonna re-roll that.
Yep. Okay, nope, not good. Not a hit.
Even worse. Oh man. All right, then Brom is going to what is he gonna do now? He is going to he'll try tripping it.
Okay, multiple attack penalty minus.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do you have a trip trait weapon? You have to release your.
I've
hand.
got a well. He'll release a hand.
Okay. All right.
Take it down. Take down to 1, and so this is with map. So, man, Brom is rolling terrible today.
Oh no.
Used up all his good rolls on those climbs.
He's gonna fall. Ouch. Okay. I'm my heart racing. Okay, Ernest.
Ernest is going to. It's got a downed member, but it's going to put him in range of the demon. He is going to choose to stay back for now. He is going to kind of say some occult words, and Brom will start seeing like numbers and figures in front of his eyes that he can use to get a +1 on a future check. That is going to be. Oh wait, sorry. Hold on. There we go. And that is guidance, and the way that guidance works for Ernest is you see a bit of the world the way that Ernest sees it, with the numbers and the other stuff, and you can pick something out to assist you in something you do.
All right. Yes.
And that's the first action, and then the second action, he almost instinctively, not even really realizing what he does, puts out his free hand and says some words that even he himself doesn't quite understand. And that is going to cast Frostbite on this guy.
Okay. Oh. An orb of biting cold coalesces around it. It succeeds. Basic save, though, right?
Yep, so it'll still take half. 3!
Alright. It looks like this kind of damage does not... The pelt doesn't care. It all goes through to this.
Awesome.
The fiend.
Okay.
Alright.
That's my turn.
Wait, who were you casting guidance on?
Brom. It should have the effect on him.
Alright. Finnur.
All right, question. In here.
Yes.
Okay. And what was the pink stuff again?
That's the skin of another saber tooth.
So my first action, I'm going to move. If I can, there we go. I'm going to move here. I need to give them another target, and that bird is driving me nuts. For my second action, I'm going to Intimidating Glare. We're going to see if that... So we're going to roll to demoralize.
No. It roars at you.
And for my third action, I'm going to strike with the Hokey Pokey. Hopefully turning him all about.
Oh, nat 2.
I'm going to use a hero point on that because we can't do that. That's better.
24 does not. My god. Alright, this is a toughie. Okay. Skritch, make a recovery check.
All
A
right.
recovery check.
Yes.
I missed what happened because my apparently disc was locked up while I was eating.
The saber-tooth teeth entered your neck. It critically hit you, and then it clawed you and knocked you out.
Oh, okay.
Here's that recovery check.
Oh, okay. All right. We need this is a time for heroes.
Yep.
The demon is going to look at Brom and go for him. Here it comes. Nat 1. And here comes a claw. Wait, let me think here. Oh, the bell.
Bell.
Yeah. Hold on.
Maybe it'll work this time.
Oh yeah, you can do it over and over.
Well, I only have
It-
one reaction, but still.
It failed.
Failed.
Oh my god.
Do?
We don't even know what it does.
Makes it enfeebled, I believe.
It does. I'm trying to figure out what.
It hasn't succeeded before.
Enfeebled 1.
Okay.
It succeeded on the sorceress, but it just made her stupefied because she was doing magic.
It's enfeebled 1 until the end of your next turn. Okay, and then here goes for Brom. It's a
Damage.
hit. 16. Can someone look up
Alright.
this? Can someone confirm that it's converted to spirit damage? Because
Yeah, it says spirit.
that the remaster converts to spirit damage. Because this buffs this creature. I mean, honestly, I think it's. I don't think this was this amount of.
Well, is it doing unholy damage right now, like in the module as it's written?
It does evil damage.
Evil damage?
Yeah.
Because evil damage, I think evil damage only worked against good creatures, and I think unholy damage, which is what that would be, it would be doing spiritual damage, but only against holy creatures.
No, spirit damage works against anything that's has spirit.
Right, but I'm saying that the from what I understood of the way the damage types work now with spirit damage is that it's a spirit damage, yes, can affect anything, but the creature, well, I guess if the creature was evil before, it'd be unholy now. So it'd have to be doing that against holy creatures for it to work, correct?
That does make sense.
Wait, I'm sorry, I missed the last sentence because I was researching.
In other words, the creature's doing spirit damage, but because it is an unholy creature, it would have to be doing that spirit damage to a holy creature for it to actually do anything. Is the way I understood the holy
No,
mechanic.
spirit damage doesn't require something to be holy or unholy.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are some effects, like some spells that say if the target is holy, then you do spirit damage. But if your attack line says you do spirit damage, you only check whether something's immune to spirit damage, and nearly every creature can take spirit damage. I'm just looking for the. You know what? I'm looking for it. I know where to look now. It's the Pathfinder core preview, remaster core preview PDF. Hold on. Alignment damage. Spirit damage will replace alignment damage in many situations, but beyond that, it also covers many situations where there wasn't truly a suitable damage type. Okay. Alright, I think that's it. Also, I just found out
Yeah.
that the ones who have been hit so far are good aligned, so if we were under the old rules, you guys would be feeling a lot of hurt anyway.
Yeah, and as far as remaster, they have released errata for remaster compatibility for quite a few books, but none for the bestiary. So
Okay.
that
It
None of
chooses
that.
violence. I did another random roll, and here comes a third attack. This hits Brom for 20. Oh, that knocks him out. Okay. All right. He goes to dying
not
one.
fun.
Next is, well, if it was any consolation, the confusion did expire on Awa. It's now Ernest's turn.
I step up and I am going to do a.
Oh my god, that's a lot of conditions.
No, I'm
Did you want to use Orc Ferocity?
You know what? That was from the third attack. Yeah, Brom will trigger his Orc Ferocity.
Because he's right after the thing. Yeah. Okay. Ernest politely steps back.
No.
All right, so Brom is going to stand
You're
up for the
wounded
first
one.
action.
Mm-hmm.
Second action, he is going to cast Healing Mist on Skritch.
Would you have to stand up if you used Orc Ferocity?
He was already prone.
I
Oh,
was already on the ground.
gotcha.
Ooh, that's 2 actions. You have guidance on you, so that's going to expire.
It's so guidance only lasts until the next.
Yeah, and it
yeah, but
and it
healing
used to-
Skritch is still a good idea. It's up to you.
Yeah, it is a good idea, and it's
I'm
the unfortunate thing is that it kind of got a debuff. Guidance did because it used to be that I would be able to cast that on you the next turn, but now it only you got immunity to it only if you used the +1. Now even if you don't use the +1, you're immune to it for an hour. So
Yeah.
it's a bummer, but
all right. So here's what Brom is going to do then. So Brom is not going to command Awa, but Awa is still going to
Yes.
fly.
Mm-hmm. And it's trained to flank. At least with you, I'll say. Yeah.
Well, I mean, it says that they can get a move or for free, and I thought that setting up a flank would be fine for any animal companion, all the way back from the first from our first encounter with the moose.
The mature companion feat says a free 1 action to stride toward or strike your prey. But I feel like when it's you, which it almost always is, it's gonna flank, and that's how I'm.
All right. Okay. Then that is how we'll do it. I think that because we're dealing with a large creature, that Finnur still might be able to get the flank, even with Awa's position being what it is.
Well,
So anyway, Brom is then going to take those two actions to heal Skritch.
okay.
oh, that means you're still going to be prone then.
No, he stood up.
No, I'm standing up because Awa does not need commands
Oh,
anymore.
right.
to-
Okay, sorry.
Yes, Awa's upgraded.
Right.
All right. This is not damage. Okay, 2d8. That's how much
Okay.
Skritch gets.
All right, Skritch gets 9 healing. I'll apply it. I think I can.
All right.
Let's see what. Yay! Things happened.
All right,
according
and
to
that's Brom's
Pathfinder
turn.
Workbench.
All right, Ernest steps and is going to
Also, I'll permit Skritch to jump into initiative whenever, because that's what I usually do when someone's been knocked out at least a round, because, you know, they've just been lying down.
Okay.
Okay,
And I'm
Ernest.
going to do an expert heal battle medicine. Look.
Ooh, just enough.
Yep.
Okay.
And so that'll be 16 healing.
16
to Brom.
Thank you.
And even while he's doing this, he seems very confused. And keeps looking at his hand that he had cast that frostbite with, and is like, "What is going on?" And is going to, but is going to finish up by casting guidance on Finnur. So
Okay.
this time Finnur will get guidance.
Okay.
All right. Skritch will go ahead and jump in if he can. Then.
Yep.
He'll stand up, and is infectious enthusiasm 2 actions? I think it is, right?
Yeah, and you have nothing in hand. Oh, except your shield.
Yeah. Right, I have my shield. So I'll stand up, and I will use infectious enthusiasm and give a great, we've got this, we can do this, I'm back up, Brom is healed, and I give a +1 to myself, which on everyone else's next until the start of my next turn, any of my allies can spend an action to also gain that same +1
So what?
status bonus to attack rolls.
Okay. All right. He starts the cheerleading.
Yes. We've got this, guys.
Okay, Finnur. It does not stack with guidance, by the way.
Yeah. So
You have
For
to
my
move
first-
here to flank if you want to flank with Awa. You can also move around the thing and go over here.
you know,
There we go.
if I move, I'd have to tumble through.
No,
Does that count as actions?
you don't need to tumble to get there.
Yeah, here?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Here
Yes.
or here?
Either way.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna spend my first action to stride there,
Mhm.
and then I'm going to cast Sure Strike.
Ooh.
Nice.
All right.
Piling on the buffs.
Yeah, and I'm going to strike Roru. So we are going to do this, and let's see. We're going to use guidance. I'm gonna turn that on, and we are going to go. It says it should roll twice, and it does.
That hits.
So 26 hits.
Mm-hmm.
And this is also going to have the mortal or the personal antithesis of +4,
Okay.
so 13.
13. All right. So it takes 7 damage. Well, I'm gonna roll randomly. It takes 6 damage, and the pelt takes 2. All right, that pelt is still barely injured, FYI. Okay. I think that's your turn. Okay. It has many enemies at the moment. Flame needed to do a will save on its turn, not Awa. Flame makes a will save against the fear.
All right.
Okay, so Flame is gonna be
It was
frightened
right.
again.
Okay.
So it ticks down to frightened 1. It's not able to attack this thing. It cowers in fear while it's frightened. This thing is mean. What'll be cool is if we get to level 10 and you face 10 of these and you're like, whatever.
If we get there, that's very much in doubt at this point.
There are many other members of the following you can say you remember, tagging along this whole time.
Yeah, next mission we might all be playing new characters, guys. Just letting y'all know.
All right, intelligence check. Okay, I think it wants to make Awa its confused friend again. So it's gonna focus its eyes on Awa. Awa, make a will save.
All right.
Okay, it is confused. It looks not confused, but angry. That's more what's going on. Then it is going to focus on Finnur. Here comes an attack. Are you able to ring your bell?
Less than 20, less than 20, less than 20, less than 20.
It's a will save, right? Okay. Enfeebled. Wow, it worked 2 times in a row. Against a strong creature. Here comes the saber-tooth bite. Okay, well, it's a nat 20.
Alright, so I'm going to use Glimpse of Redemption. And Glimpse of Redemption will give it a choice. It can either choose not to deal any damage at all to Finnur on that attack, or I can give Finnur my damage reduction and it can be enfeebled 2 until the end of my next turn.
Mm-hmm.
Or its next turn, I think.
I don't think a demon is interested in redemption.
Probably not, but I mean, it's worth a shot. Everyone gets one chance.
Yeah. Well, it's enfeebled 2. Finnur goes down. Oh, no. You. Then, okay, of the different things it could attack, it randomly chooses Skritch. With its last action, that's a miss. Whew, okay. Brom.
All right, Brom is going to change grip to 2 hands.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first he's going to pick up Head Taker.
Uh-huh.
He dropped it when he was on the ground. The 2-handed grip. Second action, he is going to strike.
That hits.
About time.
I
Alright.
I need to give a hero point out to somebody.
Here is 2d10 plus 8 plus 1d8 damage.
All right, nice. Okay. All right, it is now officially injured. And
Nice.
This pelt is really annoying. The pelt is now injured also. Where's my pen? Okay, what else?
And Brom is well, let's see. Brom is out of focus points. Well, he couldn't do that anyway with the 2 actions on the healing mist, so Awa can still attack anyway. So Brom is going to Brom is going to try swinging again.
Okay, that's a miss. I've given hero points to Skritch and Brom. I'll give one to Finnur.
And Awa will strike.
Okay. Okay, poor roll. Okay, now it's Ernest.
Yes. Very poor roll.
And it's time to do more medicine.
Yes. Ah, you're an angel.
Yeah.
And this can benefit from his infectious enthusiasm, right?
No, it has to be an attack roll
Yeah.
for this one.
Ooh, 20
Hey!
points. Very good.
There you go.
Oh.
Very nice.
And then with my last action, I guess I'll point blank shoot an arrow at this thing.
Chat was asking earlier, how are the dice rolls today? I said they were going fine before this fight. I said that
No,
before
they're-
this fight.
Yay!
Okay, nat 4.
I'm done.
You needed some infectious enthusiasm. No, that wouldn't have helped in this
Oh,
case.
yeah, I would not have helped.
Okay, Skritch.
All right. So first thing I want to do, I want to see what Skritch knows about this thing using demon lore,
Okay.
which he has trained thanks to his background.
Math.
It should be on my character sheet.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the DC. I
Oh,
didn't know.
gotcha.
Oh, you do have demon lore. Well,
Yeah, it's part of the ex-Manchurian pilgrim.
not useful
or whatever.
info. I mean, you basically think it has a weakness to unholy, to holy damage, but nothing particularly new.
Okay. Then I will pick up Molar Hooves and strike at it.
Okay.
And I think I still have my +1 from infectious enthusiasm.
Nice. Okay, that total of 30, and that hits.
Cool.
All right. So we'll add 5 to this then.
Oh yes, because it doesn't.
weakness.
Yeah, you trigger its weakness.
Yep.
Ooh, okay. All right, holy warrior.
Now I know what Finnur feels like.
Yeah. Finnur, make a recovery check.
That is.
I actually have hope
D20
now.
check.
If you can get this pelt off somehow, but I don't know.
Has anyone tried actually gripping the pelt and pulling it?
No?
All
I
right,
mean, I
so
doubt that'll work, but
that drops to dying 3,
Ernest
right?
just recently even got close to it.
I'm gonna say that one would need to grab it and then do a further athletics check. It's a thing.
So
Like
I
one
failed.
could grab it and another could attempt it without the multiple attack penalty. I'll say that.
I gotcha.
Okay,
So-
you're down to dying 3, Finnur.
yep.
Okay, then it is the evil demon's turn. The balance of probabilities tells me it's going to focus on that holy warrior. How dare you challenge it? It's not enfeebled this time, right?
Yeah, I
It's at
think
enfeebled 2, so it should be an enfeebled 1 now.
Sorry?
I don't know how that works.
No. The glimpse of redemption lasts until when? Until the end
I
of
think
Skritch's
that-
next turn?
I think it. You have to look it up. I thought it was till its next turn, till the end of its next turn. I thought, but it might be mine.
I got it. I'm looking it up. Until end of its next turn.
Okay, so it's still enfeebled too then.
Oh, it is! Oh, that's cool. Nice. Yeah, you made it. It's the
Weaker.
power of friendship. Here come the jaws. Oh wait, hold on. Oh wait, hold on. I'm sorry. Brom had evil bird, but evil bird. A1 never hit it.
Right.
And it would have, because of Ronald's rules of rolling, that wasn't a legal roll. It would have gone here instead. I'll still allow you to. Sorry. The nearest one is Skritch, so Angry Awa goes for Skritch. This is a retcon. Sorry. That's a hit. Okay, it needs to stop hunting prey. That's too scary. I keep doing that. That's 11 damage to Skritch. Okay, now Roru attacks Skritch. This is scary. Okay, that's a hit. One short of a crit, thanks to the power of friendship. Oh, 24 is a knockout, though.
Yep.
Okay. Then chooses to go for Brom. Here comes a claw for 21. Oh,
Enough for Brom.
All right, and then to Ernest.
Nimble dodge.
Okay, that's a miss. Okay, Ernest.
As Brom goes down, he says to Ernest, "Save yourself!"
Fly, you fool.
Ernest is rather he's going to start to move away
Okay.
and get to here. Wait, actually 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So he has fleet, so he has 30 feet. So he'll get to there. And he'll turn around and reach out his hand again and see if maybe this thing will be frozen by this strange magical power he's discovered he has.
All right. I'm gonna keep you within 30 feet, but yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, it's 30 feet. Okay, cool. So that'll be a frostbite.
Okay. It
Critically succeeds. Great.
Yep.
That's my turn.
It throws off the cold. Finnur, recovery.
Oh.
Oh dear, y'all.
All right, I'm gonna use my hero point to heroic recovery.
All right.
Stabilize.
Stabilized. And yep. It's Skritch. Recovery.
Yep.
Oh my god. It was Awa in the end that defeated the party.
What
an upgraded Awa. You know, really, I think this is really tough fight for this group because the pelts is really good against physical attacks, and it messes up animals.
Yes, that was really something.
Yeah.
All right, Skritch needs the
Skritch needs his recovery, right? Sorry about that.
Okay. All right. Add
Skritch
the
has
dying
one
value
hero
to...
point left.
Yep, and then Brom.
All right. Brom has no hero points, so
Oh dear.
Okay. Da-da-da-da. Where is the wounds effect skills? Where's the recovery check?
Just
I'm
roll
not
it,
seeing it.
I think.
Oh, it's a D20 roll.
Oh, I'll just roll the d20.
Okay. Oh, okay. That puts you at dying 3.
Yep.
An angry Awa goes for flame. Hits for 11. And the demon is going to stalk towards... well, it wants to control flame now, or make flame angry. So flame should do a will save.
Okay.
Okay. Flame is confused also, and it stalks forward. The saber-tooth tiger thing goes towards Ernest, and it's gonna bite.
Nimble dodge.
That's a regular hit for 16.
Only a regular hit because of nimble dodge.
I don't think I.
No, we didn't. 27.
I didn't. We didn't.
Yeah,
foundry it.
my AC with nimble dodge is 21. So.
Okay.
Okay. So great. Glad to. All right. Then it will be my turn.
Okay. I'll ask this, y'all. This is you know, I know there's an argument for letting things fall where they may. Okay. This would have gone differently if the sorcerer were here. However, the sorcerer was built as... like, that was all after you guys decided who you were. So you kind of see what I'm thinking. I was about to raise that as a possible thing to consider, to possibly let things not go as badly as they are now. But I'm realizing no, it's not something to consider. You were imbalanced from the start. Okay, it's your turn, Ernest.
Ernest is running. Just.
Yeah.
That's. I think so. That was 55 to get there. 75 to get there. So I get to there.
Yep.
Just running for my life.
You hear bestial roars and tearing of flesh as you leave. It seems to have an insatiable lust for destruction as you hear it destroy the remains of your friends.
Oh man.
As soon as I'm far enough away to where I feel like I'm safe, I'll just collapse to the ground in tears.
Well,
For the first time in Finnur's short life, the spirits aren't speaking to him.
Oh no.
Skritch.
Well, this was a this adventure was dangerous. You had a dangerous task.
Yep.
I feel incredibly guilty.
Why?
Awa just planted a dagger right in our backs. Right when Awa was all upgraded and able to do maximum damage.
Didn't it get a second damage die from that?
Yes, this thing was basically this thing was designed to kill Brom.
Yeah. I'll tell you this though. I think we're doing replacement characters, right? If you guys charge on, it's not gonna have time to heal, so it won't. So, ooh. Anyway, that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have an idea already for my replacement character.
At first,
Yeah.
a cat. Anyway, any memoriams about your characters? Anything you want to say?
Well, I think that more than anything else, like I would like, personally, that I would like to hear what you thought of the characters that we thought of, Ronald.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Because you've been GMing for a long time, and I'd just like to see if there's anything that you'll remember these characters by.
Well, I have to say that this is perhaps I usually, before I started doing GMing as the rules lawyer, I ran for middle school and high school students who don't kind of get into the role play as much. You all know why. And
yeah.
Or just not invested into that side of the game. So this honestly was the most kind of invested group of players I've had in a RPG in terms of their characters and thinking of who they were as people and what they were going through. And also not just the characters, but the players kind of, you all really enjoyed interacting with the following and meeting the people. And it's sad to kind of see the end. However, that doesn't mean it doesn't have an impact as things go forward, because everyone in the following remembers your other characters and saw them as heroes and will remember them as heroes. So I'm kind of sad that they're going, but it does mean more stories. That
It does.
They will be remembered. They'll have to get names now to join Ernest as having cool names.
Yeah.
And if Ernest, but of course, obviously, if Ernest feels that this was such a traumatic experience that he wants to end his sabbatical and go home.
That is something that I considered, actually, when just like now as I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, it's something to think about, because this is something that he's going to have obviously survivor's guilt going forward. He's going to have these thoughts of inadequacy, being somebody who was sort of in charge of making sure you didn't all go down, seeing you all go down, and all of a sudden knowing that no matter what he does, it's not going to help the situation. That is all very scary and traumatizing. But at the same time, I think that he's really come to have a connection with the following and with everyone here. I don't think that he's willing to just drop it because of this, even though this experience was so bad. He probably now feels like, well, now the following needs someone like him all the more. Having lost the next group of counts. Yeah, someone to be able who has that sort of thing. So I don't think he's going to leave, but he's definitely going to be changed.
And on Survivor's Guilt, they finishing what they were trying to do is one
exactly.
Way to...
that's another way of looking at it. Totally, just he's just like now the responsibility is all the more on me to make sure that this following makes it safely through.
And I will say one thing just from Brom is that I'm obviously, of course, didn't know that it was going to end like this, but I'm glad that he was able to make his peace with the Mammoth Lords before the before this happened, before he fell.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I liked every single character, by the way, to answer Brom's question. Well, I call you now Red Hospitaller. I'll have to remember new names now.
Jim. It's Jim.
Jim. Other thoughts? Because we should also soon, after talking about the characters that we've lost, talk about moving forward. Any?
Well, at least Skritch is already in a box. It'll be easy to bury if we ever retrieve his body.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there'll be intact parts because the couldn't quite reach all of him, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. I will say this: the following is gonna, the Mammoth Lords will insist on having a day-long, some extended, like was done for Awa. And like mission 1 is to do honor to your bodies and give them a proper burial.
By killing that demon.
Yep.
Yes, that is part of the quest line of honor the bodies, kill the demon. Finnur, any thoughts?
Yeah.
Anthony, your other name. I always knew you as Anthony before. I'm just remembering now.
Yeah. Not how I expected to go.
Mm-hmm.
But to be honest, it's less about Awa and the damage that Awa did, because that 50 damage would drop me anyways. So
yeah, that's true.
That.
If only the demon had wanted redemption.
Yeah.
I ran it as it is, as you know. This thing is not.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, he's at peace. I've got a couple backups already made because I'm a character making person.
Mm-hmm.
I just decide on the person behind the numbers.
Yeah, I gotta figure out which character I want to pull out of my portfolio.
Yeah.
On parameters for new characters, I believe all the NPCs that you met are not off limits if you want to take one of their bodies. Well, flying at will is not a thing. You will have monster parts commensurate to your experience points, if that makes sense. Like start with a wealth that, like, do math. Like, I think you're currently at I'm gonna give you all a number.
So if we add the wealth from that we had already invested in our weapons,
we kept up with on the party sheet or whatever that we know who has spent what on their weapons. So can we just use that to determine the new items? As far as using that for the monster part.
Okay, let's think about this. Do we want those items to just kind of carry over, or just hand wave? What I usually do with replacement characters is I hand wave the previous folks' gear, and we just make new characters. It's just simpler. But
I gotcha.
Do we want to do that, or do you want to keep some more, realism and come up with some reasonable starting gear, given that you can inherit or transfer the weapons? We could do that too.
I built the character I think I'm gonna jump into. I built it with the rules of us starting at 4th level. Like,
Okay. I already think I know what to do. I think everybody has a set amount of gold, and with that credit, they can claim stuff from the fallen people. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah.
I think a little discounts in order.
But I don't know. I think that like, especially if the items that our fallen characters used would be entirely different than the items that our new characters would be using.
Yeah.
Right.
Like I wouldn't be using
Okay,
Molar
so-
hoops on the new character. For
Yeah,
example.
the only reason to do them would be to have some, continuity. Like, it would be cool
Right.
if Molar Hooves still lived on.
I'm sure that,
I'm
that
almost
when
as
we
sad about
when we
Molar Hooves.
reclaim,
Yeah, it's
they
true.
will be put in places of honor. They will be heirloom weapons of the of the following.
Yep.
Let me do some quick math. There was 6.
But
Okay.
it makes me sad that at the end that the rules lawyer verdict is that this party was imbalanced. Gavel down.
I mean, did you think? Let me ask I know this is already done; it's past. But what do you think of? By one measure, this was a quote-unquote harder than overtuned fight, quote-unquote, because it countered your strengths and exploited your weaknesses and turned your strengths against you. Even.
Yeah, I would say so. That literally Brom's. At least as far as Brom is concerned, Brom would have no chance against this thing.
Would you want a GM, that is me, for the future to keep that in mind and adjust things? Or do you want to, like how I approach some games as kind of there's a challenge aspect, you want to beat it and just don't change it for us? How do you feel?
I don't think that like I said that I don't think that it's your job to sometimes these things happen. There's the element of risk involved. I personally think that even just walking into a fight where there's no because you've been dynamically influencing things. Like sometimes when we had the 3 people, you lowered the the level of the monsters. You raised it when you had 5. So this was just a straight up fight with a 4-person party, and that's what the game was designed around. And I personally think that you shouldn't hand anything to us.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think part of the issue was Skritch wasn't fighting optimally, also, because if I had actually taken more attacks instead of using my shield, which didn't help me at all, I think that I could have done more damage to it. Maybe got it knocked out, but.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It didn't help. It didn't help that it knocked me out on its first attack against me, and I didn't realize that.
The magic
narratively
gold
wise,
number.
Mm-hmm.
Well, first of all, let me ask this: what's Ernest's wealth of what he possesses? What's the total value?
Good question. One moment. Go to my inventory. It says 253.45.
Oh, that's a nice chunky amount. Okay. For all the new characters, level 4, 168 gold, according to my math.
I'm trying to think of.
Can you make us a thread on Discord so we can discuss character options?
But on that note,
We can keep the one that we have been using character discussion.
Yeah, okay.
I should.
It's worth making a thread just specifically on this, and also to ping. Bex.
I should note with the value of my entire kit here, I am holding the spacious pouch.
Oh.
So that's included in that wealth.
That's 80?
Yeah. So that alone is 80, and that really is more of a party thing than a individual thing. So
all right, I won't tax that against anybody though. Let's just give everybody 168 gold. You also get to claim things for their value, like molar hooves. I'm a big fan of molar hooves. The retort lives on.
It does. It does.
But any initial thoughts on overall party, like what class or kind of character, like you'll just say whether you want to be a caster, if you have thoughts at all, any kind of discussion to have while we're
I made
I mean, we've got another hour anyway to burn.
However much you want. I mean, I'll give credit, by the way, because it's like,
I mean, we could do another hour and just let this be our new section RE0.
If people want to, what do you want to do? Some
I'm
people
good with
might
it.
not want to.
Yeah, that's true.
No, I mean, I think that like at least bouncing ideas off of each other is, and we're gonna be doing a session 0 for the new block anyway, like we did last time.
True.
So
if we have a new person, yeah.
Oh, okay. I was thinking either a druid, because we need a natural. Anthony, you're doing a druid.
We have one rolled up if nobody minds. I mean, I can create something else, but
no, absolutely. We just need someone to pick up Brom's mantle of covering our tracks.
Sarakk does primal magic, FYI.
Yeah. Primal magic, but
I'm not saying don't do it. I just want to make sure you don't get surprised by it later.
Or I was also thinking about the potential of either a warfare oracle.
Ooh. I have not seen an oracle in play yet, so that could be interesting.
I know but I don't know whether it's a good idea, because I'm still, this was my first campaign, and I know that Oracle is probably one of, if not the most advanced class to play.
They have to make a strike every turn, or else they start suffering.
For the curse.
Yeah.
That's part of it. I know,
but it also gives them a buff too, doesn't it?
Yeah, I believe that for one thing, I believe that they automatically become trained in martial weapons, which oracles don't usually get. Mm-hmm. They're basically your melee oracle, from my understanding. Yeah. So
either an oracle, that warfare oracle I like, it would either be warfare or fire. I think would either fit thematically with Sister Cinder, or perhaps just a straight up war priest of Sarenrae.
That could be cool. Word got back that Skritch passed and the church wants to avenge him. Could be interesting.
There's a battle oracle.
That's what I was referring to.
Yeah, I think that's what he was talking about. So my character idea, I'm just gonna, Picano survived the rocks. He got up, he had a change of heart, and went back to the following, and I'll play Picano.
I something tells me Ernest might not be okay with that. And again, I feel like Ernest, that might be the straw that says, okay, never mind, I'm going away. Bye. I put an arrow in between your eyes. You should be here.
Or with the ghoul free archetype.
Oh gosh, yeah, even worse.
One of those undead archetypes. Oof. Make him come back as his
also. What if I was a summoner?
Ooh.
A summoner. And you could have Nelek again. You could be a beast summoner and have Nelek again.
Have Nelek be my eidolon.
Oh, by the way, you can. I'll let you determine the fates of Flame and Awa, which my understanding of this creature is that it likes to corrupt. So, however, if a rescue team acts quickly, it may not be able to do what it wants.
Would Flame and Awa have like fought each other?
That is something I think that this demon would do if it hates animals so much.
Make them fight each other.
They mutilated animal corpses, yes, I'm afraid. Yeah, I'm not gonna allow it. Yep, they have perished.
Yeah.
Eidolon, summoner is also way too complicated for a new character like me. I will.
Oh, you want to avoid the more complicated ones as a player? Yeah, the summoner is more.
Well, I mean, Oracle summoner. Let's see. So right now,
we have two
with
people in
the
chat. Any thoughts, chat?
We've got right now rogue, sorcerer, sorcerer, druid.
You're including.
Oh, Finnur's new character.
His new character. We do not have a.
We don't have a defensive person anymore.
Front line. What about the if someone is a kineticist able to to hold the front line?
They can if they're built right, but it's still kind of iffy because they are a glass cannon.
They would need one of those ones that give them an armor and a shield, I think.
Yeah, like a metal, earth, or wood.
Yeah, wood, I think.
Efficiencies. If you
I think I'm just going to be a fighter. At the either a fighter or like the idea of
with free archetype,
the
you
gun
can get a Beastmaster too.
So okay, so
and actually now that you mention it, but I think that might be too close to too close to Brom. I kind of feel like
if it helps, so the character I have built already, the numbers wise, is a untamed order druid, so a shifting druid with the fighter free archetype. So
okay.
At 4th level has picked up reactive strike. So I'm changing into stuff and wrecking face.
Oh, so your druid is basically being a frontline fighter then.
That is what I have.
Not necessarily tanky, but it sounds like
Yeah. So here's a question as far as the what's that the country the witches live in?
Irison?
What was that?
Irison.
So how does Irison work or react, I guess, if one of the witches decides to quote unquote defect to run away, or if someone wasn't willing to be a witch, or what I'm trying to say, basically a runaway.
It's ruled by witches, but it's not like all witches. I mean, the queen, who is Anastasia from Russia, yes, the actual historical figure, is actually only is more changeling than witch, because she is I believe, granddaughter of Baba Yaga or something like that. But anyway.
Someone in chat has thrown out barbarian as a suggestion.
Barbarian's always good. Yeah.
I mean, barbarians, I don't know if you guys are familiar in Pathfinder, can get pretty supernatural and crazy.
Yeah. I think
one of the characters that I have pre-built that I've started working on is based on Kevin Levin from the Ben 10 cartoon, and I built him as a barbarian, an elemental barbarian with the kineticist archetype. So that might be cool.
That's
I never
a
got
thing,
to
maybe,
the Ben
Jim.
10.
Barbarian kind of really fits this campaign, and also there's an elemental themed one that can archetype as a kineticist really well.
Mm-hmm. Because they get the rage damage to their kineticist. I can't
I don't
remember
think
what
they get
impulses.
No, they don't get the kineticist damage to the impulses, but they can use impulses while they're raging because they are concentration.
Oh, okay. Okay,
And
that's
you
what it
can't
was.
normally
Okay.
do that with barbarian.
I thought
It's
they
not
got
your
the
best
rage.
damage as a barbarian, but yeah, what were you gonna say, Jim?
I don't know, like the more I'm thinking about it, the more we need a divine caster. I think I'm going to be a war priest.
War Priest got a buff in the remaster.
It
They
did.
did. They
Did you
were
see
able
my
to
video,
do
Jim?
more healing.
Do you see my
Sorry?
cleric video?
Yes, I did. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. That since war priests are able to do more healing, I think that might be the way to go.
I think Swingripper put them in S tier. He should call it Swingripper tier. I need to tell him that.
Did he put them in S tier for working with the wrestler archetype, or?
I think he would slap wrestler onto the cleric because it's an archetype. So, some random guy that's their handle on chat says good choice. I think in response to War Priest. So, the world tells you yes. the internet is saying yes, Jim.
All right.
Some random guy is saying yes.
Some random guy.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay,
So that
so
puts us with it. So that means that we've got two frontliners.
That'd be the War Priest and the Shifter.
And the Druid.
Mm-hmm.
And then
intelligence rogue, the support.
Yeah, intelligence rogue, and also I still am pretty good with the heals to a certain extent, and then of course the primal sorcerer also has heals.
Yes.
So
yeah.
So.
I'm trying to think what, like, I'm assuming that the new characters are going to be people that are from the following already, correct? You two?
It's up to you guys. It's the easiest explanation. You can be people who were drawn to that cave for some reason.
So my character has
mountains.
My character doesn't have a
or one of Iraq's friends.
Doesn't have a.
Let's see who we've got at the Broken Tusks.
But
let me put them up on the screen.
He's got the cook background.
You got the chef feet.
The season feet.
Actually.
Oh.
Yes. Speaking of which, yep, cooking more and seasoned, yeah.
Nelek
will stay. That's going to kind of be Brom's abiding thing with the camp that Nelek will still stay, but she's definitely not not vivacious anymore.
You guys at least got to close your story of Spicano.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
So where are we at with Ken's? What are you thinking?
Well, so my thought is kind of like not really. Well, I guess I could go with a changeling for my race. Because I was thinking to do like a witch that ran away from Arison and joined the following, and is probably untrusted by everybody for a while. But I could be a changeling that was picked up somewhere in the past by the following and is growing up now. And doesn't realize that they had that background really. But for my class,
So it's not a witch. I was kind of only half. I was distracted.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm thinking changeling from a race. Well, I'll have to think about that. I might not do changeling. I'm not sure exactly what I want for the race, but I'm thinking a air water kineticist.
Ranged options.
Yeah. Getting into melee didn't really do good for my first character.
You're gonna be Aang?
No, I'm not gonna be a bender. Although I guess I could be an automaton and be the bender from Futurama. Be a drone.
An automaton in the realm of the Mammoth Lords.
But yeah, an air water kineticist with not really a focus on healing, but a focus on utility and I don't know what to do for archetypes though. There aren't really a lot of archetypes that fit with kineticist.
Thoughts, anybody?
Sneak attacks don't work with
Nope. There, like I said, anything that works with weapons does not work with impulses, and anything that works with spells does not work with impulses.
Oh.
Because they are not spells. Now, if it's something that just enhances magic, then it would work with them because they're magical, but they're not spells.
That's
Yeah, kineticist doesn't really archetype well with anything that I could think of. Unless you're doing one of the utility archetypes like celebrity or dandy or something.
Some random guy says kineticist / druid.
animal trainer.
You can be an animal companion archetype too.
That's true. I could go with Animal Tamer or Beastmaster as an archetype.
Or Bastion.
I don't know.
Well,
Blessed One.
Blessed want to give us good lay on hands for healing.
We might be heavy in the healing department. Man.
Yeah. One of the characters that I've already built up.
Swings the opposite direction.
I know. It's not unusual to have like a new party reflect PTSD from the previous one.
TPK.
Yeah.
It's like everyone take ranged attacks and just swamp it. One of the other character ideas that I have floating around is I was going to do a kind of a quote unquote Four Winds monk from D&D using the Magus. But I think I'm kind of in the same thought wave as Jim about the complexity of the character of the class, because that's one of those that you have to really be mindful of your in the company.
Are you guys looking at chat? There's a couple of other. Someone says kineticist / archer, animal instinct barbarian with the bear. Someone says werebear. I'd have to think about lycanthropes, or was it beastkin? Beastkin.
Yeah,
Beastkin, yeah.
I know that they're actually including
But
rules
they're thematic
for...
to this campaign.
Yeah. I know that they're in the Call of the Wild book that's coming up. They're going to have actual rules for actual were creature PCs.
Yeah, I think they're going to have a Minotaur also, aren't they?
They are going to have a Minotaur. And
wow.
intelligent animals. That's the one I'm excited for.
The Horizon Walker.
Intelligent animals? Yes.
Yes, Awakened Animals is going to be a new ancestry.
I would like to be an awakened frog.
Awesome. I would say this. I would love to be a Minotaur barbarian. That sounds awesome.
When does Call of the Wild come out?
April?
Oh.
I want to say April.
Yeah, I think it's either Q1 or Q2.
We could try to approximate it as best as we can. I mean, we're only at level 4. We can just come up with some, beastkin feats and spec it out for now, right?
Let me play around on Pathfinder and see what I can come up with on.
All right.
With archetypes for kineticist, because I think I've set on kineticist, but I may not do air water. I might do a more attack centered one on fire, maybe fire metal or fire earth.
But
Anthony
also
brought up Horizon Walker, which I think is stuff
that is
terrain.
Yeah.
Terrain.
Okay. First of all, correction, it's not Call of the Wild, it's Howl of the Wild. And it is May.
So,
okay.
Cute.
Yeah.
And Jim, if you wanted to do Proto Minotaur, we could. It's just some feats. I mean, ancestries don't. They're like a minor part of your power budget anyway.
Yeah. Well, I think the Minotaur is going to be large. That's the main thing with it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that'll be cool.
Wouldn't be cool in caves like this.
I'm hoping that they give you heritage that will let you be medium, though. Be a runt or something. I don't know what you call it.
I wouldn't be surprised if they... Oh, there's also a lot of cool ancestries coming from Battle Zoo.
Yeah, I could look at the Battle Zoo ancestries. They're all rare, but they're like... I mean, Minotaurs in the Battle Zoo ancestry. If you have the year of monsters.
If that's something that's on there, and could you put that in chat and so that we could take a look at that? Because I think that just a Minotaur barbarian would be so thematic for this.
Battle Zoo might have something that could be a proxy for Minotaur, but there's a lot.
No, they have a Minotaur.
Wait, they have a Minotaur?
Yeah, I'll post the PDF for it on the chat.
Oh, nice.
They have
that.
They have a demon. They have an intelligent weapon. They have an Oni. They have
my middle schoolers would love some of these.
Yeah, they have a Steno, which is a Medusa. They have a dungeon.
The dungeon,
which is that was the April Fool's one from I think 2 years ago or last year.
Yeah,
they expanded on it.
Is what?
They expanded on it because it was very popular and actually somewhat well balanced. So
yeah, I like some of the stuff in it, but I don't think it would really work for this because a lot of the dungeon ancestry, a lot of the dungeon ancestry involves the exploration of the dungeon part of the ancestry, which is,
It might work with the Minotaur of the party.
I liked the April Fools from this year better. It's called Outsiders, but it's not like Outsiders like outside of the material plane or whatever. It's Outsiders like you come from Earth in our universe.
Oh no.
that's it. It's just like, so it's like the rules of it include you can only be human.
But apparently it's a homage to a certain subgenre of anime or something where it's like you become these super powerful, crazy gonzo things in this alternate universe.
Yeah, it's got that to it, but also like it says when you start out you have like one language available on Earth that is going to be completely useless to you where you are. And it's like
yeah.
And
okay.
oh man, it's just great.
I think Jim and Ken will want some more time and to look at stuff. I think we probably should wrap up now. Any last questions, thoughts, and?
Oh
yeah.
I just put an F in chat for our characters.
That's right. F in chat.
Oh, you can't type F by itself in chat? That's wrong.
When did they do that? I thought you could.
Oh no, it's because you can. That's like okay. base chat functionality. No, it thinks I have a search bar for emotes. That's why it's confused.
There's one other thing as well that I'm thinking about as well. A fighter that specializes in fear.
Yes, they have the what is it, intimidating strike or something?
Whatever cool about free archetype is you can.
That might be something to. Yeah, so I'd love to see what Battlezoos got for because if you like the idea of that we can do a Minotaur, Ronald, I think that'd be fantastic.
Minotaur is so crazy that I'd allow you to kind of like come from an extra dimensional maze into this cave.
Well, Minotaurs are everywhere, and they've got clans all over Galarian.
That room that had the weird mammoth head that was out of place. Maybe that's has some connection to something.
It could be. Like I said, I'll put the PDF up in the Discord.
Yeah, I want to see it, and partly I can't look at it yet because I'm streaming.
Yeah.
But,
anything else for our session and for our viewers,
I had a question.
Present and future?
Yeah, if I am playing a kineticist, how would you handle the the gate attenuator? How would you handle acquiring
I'd use
that?
the same principles. All the mathematical enhancements, you just automatically gain them at the level of the item. Does that make sense? So,
yeah. Well, like, because I think the gate attenuator.
Attack bonus with a 3rd level gate attenuator, so that would accrue at level 3.
I gotcha.
And then there's.
But would that be? But that would be using monster parts, basically, somehow.
Oh wait, I see what you're saying.
Because we're not using automatic.
Right, I was assuming we were doing automatic bonus progression.
Right.
So we would. It would just be any.
Because that's the only thing.
What are the rules for crafting non-magical? We said we just had to find appropriate parts, right? Like something with dark vision for a perception item.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they're considered common or not, though. The
Yeah.
gate attenuation.
This is a weird situation because the monster parts rules came out before kineticist was a thing. Before there was a class that presumed some money goes into advancing the math of their basic attacks that is not weapon runes. So I think it's fine for us to just come up with some thematic item that benefits from monster
Yeah,
parts.
like little totems or trinkets that you can carry with you to better attune to the elemental planes.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it would just not. It wouldn't be physical teeth for piercing. It would be more like, one of your elements, something akin to one of your elements. But it shouldn't be so restrictive though as to be punishing. And when you create the character, you can already have the first one.
So I'll have to look to see what they are in Path Builder because I don't have the book. Excuse me.
If I recall, it's the first one's at level 3 and the next one's at like level 10 or so. So you don't have to worry about it for a while.
Well, I think some of the gate attenuators can have like abilities on them or something.
Right, and you can say with your wealth, the way I'm allowing you to spend your 168 gold is to just have the item.
I gotcha. Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah,
Because that would really be the only thing that a kineticist needs to buy anything for if they're not using, unless they're upgrading armor, not using the armor impulses.
Yeah, and you can theme any item you guys are starting with to reflect monster parts if you like.
All right.
Okay. I'll post in the thread so we can discuss monster part and gold usage for my character because I'm not 100% sure on what I'll be using and what I'll need. So.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Chris from chat's left some comments for folks, but yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you for running, and thank you for killing all of us except for Ernest.
Yeah.
I ran like the coward I is.
No, you had to bring the news back. It wasn't cowardly. Mm-hmm. They will tell you when you go back.
Both the reinforcements.
Yeah, and
it's not cowardice to throw your life away because that's what would have happened.
Yeah, there was no way I could one-on-one that creature.
Yeah, it's better to run away and live to fight another day.
Yes, yep. and the Mammoth Lords tell you that Awa was a fierce creature, who could take it on. So was Flame.
Yeah.
Flame didn't even do anything in that combat, unfortunately.
Or fortunately,
he was confused at the very end, though. He would have been a new enemy.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's like... You know what? I officially declare this... If it weren't just a creature published in an adventure path, I would declare this an overtuned creature. Because by having them be confused and exclude the demon, that's essentially like domination. Almost. So...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a single action. And anyway.
And the damage the thing was doing. You probably want to ask about the spiritual...
that thing hit like a freaking truck.
All of you were good aligned, except for Ernest. No, except for Ernest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Ernest would be a lawful neutral in old rule.
Oh yeah. These notes of mine are outdated. They are pre-remaster. Yeah.
Now it's just holy or unholy, really. So.
Mm-hmm.
I still think that.
Well, I guess my final thought is not so much. Anyway, I forgot what you said, Ernest. That, or rather, Ronald. That this was just a very invested and flavorful group. At the end of the day.
Yes, absolutely.
Well. I'm sure that we'll be able to keep our to keep our get our new characters going up to the same level as our previous ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, I might as well say it now, just in case anyone has regret. There are undead archetypes.
Yeah.
Just to put that out there. Pathfinder has you covered if you want to.
Yeah. From the dead.
Yeah, that's another option.
Yeah, I don't like the way that they did them though. I would have expected them to be racial heritages instead of being class archetypes. But like,
Yeah,
I mean, I
can
like
see
the
the
skeleton race or ancestry works because, I mean, that's what it is. That you're a skeleton.
Mm-hmm.
So.
My only thought on that is maybe they thought if you could only have 5 ancestry feats, it doesn't really support the idea of being something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
there's ancestral paragon. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, really. Because they did make a choice. They did have a reason. Because they did choose ancestry for skeleton.
Right. And I mean, you're not going to necessarily be a zombie, vampire, mummy, lich. You know, you're going to be one of those. You're not going to be all
that
of
is
them.
true. You could be a zombie ghost.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
Oh my god, that's my new video series. Not absurd.
That'd
be funny.
That's the new absurd. Make a fully undead.
Someone who dies 10 times. This might have been the genesis. This is now recorded. It's part of history. Maybe that is something. It would be just one video. That would be a fun idea. I'm typing it on my notes. I have my little, content creator notebook. Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
Right,
Are we now at a loss for words?
I think that I've said everything that needs to be said.
All right. Once again, F in chat. Salute. Rip. And I will see you all soon. The adventures continue.
Yep.
Okay, bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Night.